All right, shalom, shalom. Barakateh Yahweh Shem Yoshai. Barakateh Yahweh Shem Yoshai. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shem Yoshai, Bashem Kakadash. Double honors to my elders and apostles of great millstone, which are the men that rule well. The men who taught us his truth. Peace, blessings, and salutations as always be to the elect. And the title of this lesson will be Keep Working. All right, Lord's will, that'll be the title. Inspiration for this lesson comes from Proverbs, the 19th chapter, and just thinking upon the word slothfulness, right? And how the scriptures speak against being slothful, all right? And things like that, all right? The scriptures speak against being slothful because nothing good comes from it, all right? There's no positivity really that comes from being slothful. The scriptures even talk about, laboring, and things like that. The scriptures liken this work unto husbandry and building, all right, building a spiritual temple, all right. Also, the scripture right here, whenever you think about working and things like, whenever I think about working, and the scriptures speak about working and not being slothful, it reminds me of the time of Nehemiah, right, when they were rebuilding the temple, right. They were given permission to rebuild the temple, and the men who the Lord ordained to rebuild, what did they do? They were building, and it speaks about how they held in one hand, they were building with their swords on their sides, and applying that to the spirit. Now that's what we're doing. Okay, we're building in the spirit. Okay, so Proverbs 19:15, slothfulness casteth into a deep sleep, and an idle soul shall suffer hunger. Right. Now applying that to your daily life, if you don't work, you're not going to get anything. So like, if you don't do what you're supposed to be doing, all right, to feed yourself and your family, you're going to get nothing, right? But in the spirit, what happens to those people that don't labor in this wisdom and obtaining the wisdom, right? They fall out the truth. Okay, they obtain nothing, they don't grow. Most importantly, man, you don't grow if you don't labor for this wisdom of Yahweh Shem Yoshai, okay? And you're going to suffer that spiritual hunger. All right, but that's only if you're slothful. Okay, so yeah, slothfulness can put people in a deep sleep, man. If you stop laboring for wisdom, you'll find yourself back in the world, man. Lord forbid that happens to us. All right, verse 16, he that keepeth the commandment keepeth his own soul, but he that despiseth his ways shall die. Right, if you keep the commandments, all right, you keep your soul, you protect yourself, you end up in a good place rather than a bad. All right. We're not supposed to be slothful, man. We're supposed to be doing this work. Okay. Matter of fact, real quick, I'll jump to Romans because I don't have a lot of scriptures. Okay. The point. I just want to make the point, man. Keep working. So Romans 12. I should have put this up higher, but it is what it is. Romans 12:10, and this is advice from Apostle Paul, right? Spiritual advice. It says from Apostle Paul to the Israelites in Rome, right? Be kindly affectioned to one to another with brotherly love and honor, preferring one another, not slothful in business, fervent in spirit, serving the Lord Yahweh Shem Yoshai, rejoicing in hope, patient in tribulation, continuing instant in prayer. Right? Be kindly affectionate one to another, not slothful in business. We ain't supposed to be slothful in this business of Yahweh Shem Yoshai. Yahweh Shai himself said, that he's about his Father's business. This is his Father's business, doing the work, breaking down the scriptures correctly. That's the business that we're in. We're in the business of saving souls, actually. I remember Apostle Tahar saying that. All right? We're in the business of saving souls. Obviously, we're not going to physically save anybody, but we do the I don't want to say the dirty work, but, we are the ones that are on the front lines getting our hands dirty, so to speak. We're the ones that's hustling and bustling, getting through our daily life so that we can bring this food, this spiritual food to you, right? So whenever we put up a lesson, that's us being on fire and not being slothful in business. The scriptures speak about, people that are lukewarm, and if you're, the Lord rather you be cold or hot, but if you're lukewarm, you'll get spit out, right? So, we ought to be what? Fervent in spirit. Not slothful in business, fervent in spirit, serving the Lord. What's the service to the Lord? Praying, reading, fasting, doing lessons, going to camp. Simple. It ain't a lot, just doing what you're supposed to be doing for Yahweh Shem Yoshai. Rejoicing in hope, patient in tribulation, and continuing instant in prayer. That's part of the hope. Salaka is part of the work. Rejoicing in hope, being patient in tribulation. That's part of the work too, We ain't supposed to be slothful. We're supposed to keep working. Matthew 9:35, and Yahushua went about all the cities. This is more example of the work. It says, went about all the cities and villages, teaching in their synagogues and preaching the gospel of the kingdom. One thing that I remember, the big bro Pashai, all right, from Baltimore, right? One thing I remember him saying, we were, talking amongst brethren. He was, and he said it before in lives, but he made the point, hey man, Yahushua was on the move. When he came about and it was time for that ministry, for his ministry, man, he was on the move, man. He wasn't stopping. When you read about his with the accounts, man, he was constantly going in and out of cities, like it says right here. It says, Matthew 9:35, and Yahushua went about all the cities and villages, teaching in their synagogues and preaching the gospel of the kingdom and healing every sickness and every disease among the people. He was about his father's business. That was what Yahweh commanded him to do. Come on this earth, all right, start his ministry, and then be the sacrifice for the nation of Israel, beginning with the election, right? And he did it to a T, perfectly, So he was fervent. He was fervent in his father's business. All right, he wasn't slothful in business. He was fervent in spirit, and we ought to strive for perfection, man. We ain't gonna be like him, obviously, but he's the best example. So we should try to do that. All right. Do what we were called to do to the best of our ability, right? Peter said that. All right, Apostle Peter said, if any man minister, let him minister as to the ability which the Most High giveth, which I'm roughly paraphrasing, right? But it says, healing every sickness and every disease among the people. But when he saw the multitudes, he was moved with compassion on them because they fainted and were scattered abroad as sheep having no shepherd. Now here's the point, or one of the points. Then the other point, then saith he unto his disciples, the harvest truly is plenteous, but the laborers are few. Right, and that's the mindset we have, man. We also see our people, and we are moved with compassion for them, because they're like sheep with no shepherd, And it's a bittersweet thing, man, when you're teaching this truth, man, when some people get it and some people don't. As much as we, say we hate the wicked of our nation, we love our people at the end of the day. Obviously not the wicked ones, we hate them, but in a way we show love to them too by saying, hey man, we hope the Lord takes you so that you don't got to be wicked anymore, but nonetheless, what it says, then he said unto his disciples, the harvest truly is plenteous, but the laborers are few. Pray ye therefore the Lord of the harvest, that he will send forth laborers into his harvest, right? Because what? There's a lot to do. We can't be slothful in business because there's way too much to do right now, nonstop. You see the elders, man, how they moving, they nonstop with it because there's so much to do, Ain't no such thing as I don't know what to make a video on. Nah, because I remember I found myself in that situation. Truth is, it's not that you don't know what to make a video on. You just haven't been diligent as far as checking your social medias. Check the news, check brothers' video, watch lessons, listen to lessons, and most importantly, this always happens to me when I pick up my sword. Just open up the book and read a precept. That's actually the reason I'm making this right now. I opened up the scriptures to the book of Proverbs, and I remembered that word slothfulness and the different scriptures that came to mind. Now, I didn't bring them all out in this because it would make this, way longer than what it needs to be. And I just wanted to hit the points, how we need to keep working, right? But what the point is, there's a lot of work to do. You see the elder Yashawanba, he's constantly making news and prophecy videos. The 1 hour lessons, man, you get to eat good, man. So, hey, keep working, man. Don't be slothful. Hey, like it said, Romans 12:11, not slothful in business, fervent in spirit, serving the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai. That's what we ought to be doing, man. We got to keep working. The harvest is plenty, but the laborers are few, man. All right, there's way more Israelites listening than Israelites doing the work right now, Akim, and we cannot forget that. That's another main point I wanted to make. There's way more Israelites that are meant to just listen, and there's very few of us that are meant to actually preach and teach. So we have a lot of work to do. The harvest is plenty, but the laborers are few. All right, so with that, the bonus to my elders and my apostles, a great millstone, which are the men that rule well. Men of truth, peace, blessings, and salutations as always be to the elect. Shalom.